Shout out to everybody in the world. I do want to say that, but this has nothing to do with battle rap. Right now, I'm kind of unmotivated to talk about battle rap. It's a lot of matchups that's supposed to be coming up that I don't even really care about talking about. But I want to talk to y'all about something. This is kind of like one of my principles that I'm kind of like living by, and this is why I'm kind of just not dealing with like anybody. I'm just like running through life, getting this money, trying to accomplish goals. What's going on, y'all? Basically, I just stopped rocking with, what I'm saying, somebody, and this is what it is. I started like trying to get like on a financial journey, right? We all, trying to make money. We all trying to, do what we got to do in this life. COVID has impacted and messed up a lot of people. Some people have certain things they want to do in life. Other people have other things. Some people want the fancy cars. I got out of that. Some people want this, that, and the third. It is what it is. My thing in life is financial peace. You know what I'm saying? I studied, Dave Ramsey, the Total Money Makeover, the Complete Guide, the Money, the Millionaire Next Door. Read that book, Robert Kiyosaki. Read all his books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And my whole thing is like, how do I change the generational curse to where my family's not rich? You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, I got into investing and became like a sponge. Anything that I could potentially learn, that's what I did, was trying to learn from everything, bro. My advice to people in life, you know, stay away from people that are not open-minded. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from people whose ego is so big, you know what I'm saying, that they can't learn. Because you got to think about, if somebody doesn't have anything going on, like, what are they going to teach you in life? You know what I mean, to get you to the next level. So that's just my personal opinion. Like, so this is kind of how I fell out with the last person I was just cool with. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, a lot of people I talk to now, which, some people would think it's weird. It's a lot of people like that are into finances, like investing, like CPAs, like people like that, that can, like money management, like people from money management firms and things like that. This is what I like spend most of my time trying to figure out: how to pay my house off fast, how to get like a big retirement, things like this. So I'm talking to somebody, right? And we've been cool for years. And this guy, he like, he's like, yo, I just refinanced my house. He was telling me about it. And we always like trade game on different stocks. We always trade game on like how to, invest and stuff like that. This guy, I was just like, yo, I'm thinking about refinancing my house, but I don't know, because there's like myths to refinancing, right? And so he's like, what myths are you talking about? He's getting like kind of agitated because, when you say something like that, you make a person think about the decision that they made, which is like a life altering decision. Like, damn, I probably shouldn't have made that decision. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to somebody, and I'm just like, yo, why did you refinance your house? It's like, oh, like to get my mortgage payment down. And I'm like, yo, like, there's like myths to refinancing, right? He like, what you talking about? I'm like, there's myths to it. I'm like, how long you plan on staying in your home? Because you should never refinance your house, even though like the mortgage rates are like real low and this and that. But I had to educate myself, talking to like loan officers and this and that. I'm like, yo, you should never refinance your house unless you're gonna stay in your house like longer than 10 years. And I'm just trying to show him like the game, like trade game, like what's going on, like with and the dude is just so hard headed, he don't want to listen. And I get to the point, I'm like, yo, like when you refinance a house, you start the 30-year mortgage over again. And then, you know what I mean? You don't break even on the down payment that you paid to refinance for 5 years. Just running the game. It's like, oh, well, I did like you know, uh, a no down payment refinance. I'm like, yo, the bank is not letting you refinance like a mortgage for free. You need to check the paperwork. You see what I'm saying? Didn't want to check the pay. I'm like, yo, like you need to check the paperwork. Just trying to throw game at him. I'm like, yo, if you refinance a house, if you don't pay the money on the front end, you paying the money on the back end, bro. Well, I don't want to talk about this shit and blah blah. I'm like, yo, like you need to, like you just made like a life decision. I'm just telling you like what you dealing with. Like the average person lives in their house 8.1 years. They refinance in 5.1 years. You never reach that break, you know what I mean? That break even period. So you didn't pay, you just reset your whole mortgage. You paying like, you know what I mean? And for 5 years to you get to the point to 5 years, you know what I mean? You get whatever money, you decide to, equity, you decide to refinance. You just started this whole shit over again, trying to run game down. Didn't want to listen. I'm like, yo, I can't rock with people in general that cannot open their brains, bro. You know what I'm saying? My life advice dealing with people, bro, if people are just so fucking hard headed to where they can't get a clue, leave these fucking people alone, bro. Leave these fucking people alone, bro. And now I understand, with dealing with certain type of people, my whole thing in life was to deal with people that rich people try to deal with, even though I'm not rich. You know what I mean? Why are they going to these companies, these CPAs, and sitting down, talking to them, paying them a fee a year, sitting down and talking to them, and having them do their taxes and having different, money management firms. Like I need to learn like what the deal is, where they're investing at, like what's going. I'm learning all this game, and I'm understanding like when you try to teach street people about game, they do not want to hear it, bro. They do not want to hear it. People get mad at you for giving them game. It's crazy. And 50 Cent said the realest shit some of the realest shit I ever heard, bro. 50 Cent said, don't talk to people that got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk to people, like, don't be just kicking with people for no fucking reason. Like, why am I just kicking it with you for no reason? If I can't trade game, if I can't learn nothing from you, we cool, we rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not rocking or just being cool or just having people that's just around for no fucking reason. Like, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And it's crazy. It's like the less friends I have, the more money I get. It's the craziest shit in the world. So people say more money, more problems. I don't think so. I think the more money you get, the more educated you should be about money and what you should be doing. So if y'all got a house out there, I'm going to tell y'all this. The game, never refinance your home. I don't care if you got a 4.2% interest rate and you see a teaser rate of 2.3% and you want to refinance your home, do not do that shit. I talked to a loan officer. He said he was real about it. He was like, if you refinance this house, you know what I mean? You already knocked down $40,000 off the principal of the house. If you refinance this house, it starts you all the way over to 30 years. Then you got to pay $9,000 in closing costs for the refinance, and you won't break even for 5 years. So don't do it. It's a scam that banks keep you in an amortization schedule in the front end, so they get nothing but interest off of you at a 30-year mortgage. And I'm like he's blowing my mind, bro. Blowing my mind. He's just like, yo, he was like, it's just a perpetual debt. So if you in the house for 8 to 10 years and you've been making mortgage payments, you start knocking down some of a little bit of the principal on the house, but you really paying more interest than anything. When you get to a certain point on amortization schedule to where they try to push you back up to the front end, so you just paying nothing but interest. And the way they do that is to get you refinance or a lower rate. He's just running the game down, and he was just like, yeah, not only do you have to pay the closing costs, you're going to have to pay origination fee. So you pay an origination fee plus the closing costs. He's like, how you think I'm getting paid? Off a refinance. Blowing my mind. And I'm thinking like, he was like, yo, instead of refinancing your house, since you already did like a conventional loan, why don't you go ahead and just, instead of refinancing, get the PMI off of your house? And then that'll drop your mortgage payment $150. And you don't have to restart your mortgage for a 30-year, you know what I'm saying, loan after you didn't put all this money like on your mortgage. Like he running game down. And he was like, the extra $150 that you spend in a month, you already paying like $3,000 a month extra like on your mortgage. Add $150 to it and you pay your house off faster. Because my plan is to pay my house off in 6 years. from a 30-year mortgage. You know, and they running game down. I'm like, yo, I got to tell my homeboy, I got to tell everybody about this that got a house. And you talk to people and you run into situations to where you talking to people that are hard-headed, bro. About money. Like, you can be hard-headed about a lot of different things. You know, you can have an ego about a lot of different things, but money is the last thing that you ever, anybody in life, want to be hard-headed about. You know what I mean? So I kind of just like, if you ain't trying to develop your brain, you know what I mean? If your brain is not a sponge, I don't want you around me, bro. I don't care how cool we are. I don't care about none of that. I don't want you around me, bro. It is what it is. Somebody said, drop that knowledge. Somebody said, I love when you talk like that instead of just battle, bro. Battle rappers getting to the point, bro. I just watch. This is what, look, I watched that Chubby Jag versus 40 Cal, and this is no disrespect to them, bro. I don't know what people are watching. I don't know what people are watching, bro. I watched that battle, and people are trying to give somebody a win that didn't win a battle. They trying to gas a battle that, you know what I'm saying, that was trash. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them. Like, I'm just like, man, I ain't even about to talk about this no more, bro. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Like, some people just, you know, it is what it is. My recap stands, bro. You know, I ain't about to say no battle is dope that's not. I ain't about to say somebody won that didn't. I ain't about to gas like a battle that's trash, man. I ain't even gonna talk about. I'm talking about what I want to talk about. I feel like there's somebody out there that wants a house, somebody out there that's probably gonna get a house. There's probably somebody that's got a house, and somebody's been looking at all. And then the guy told me, the loan officer, he was just like, he's like, why do you think you're seeing so many advertisements on refinances? He's like, you know, banks pay millions of dollars in advertisements for refinancing. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, why do you think they're paying millions of dollars to try to get you to refinance your house? He was like, the game is about money. This is capitalism. Why would a fucking bank help you? The realest shit. I don't know if it's because all the, you know what I mean? I got a lot of bad karma, you know, but maybe the good karma that I've been trying to like, you know, put out there, you know what I'm saying? Not on here, you know, but helping people out. Like, you know, maybe that caught up to me and I talked to somebody that, you know, put me on game. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to tell whoever want to listen to this, this is knowledge, this is game. You got to listen to it. If they hit you with a, yo, like, you can refinance with no closing costs up front, no down payment, refinance, you paying that on the back end. People refinancing their houses for home improvements, resetting their mortgage. You only got so many years in life. You're going to be 60, 70, 80 years old with $200,000, $100,000 left on your mortgage. Keep refinancing, getting all these credit card bills and refinancing it into your mortgage and buying all that. You know what I'm saying? Being in perpetual debt, never getting out of debt. I'm tired of people being in debt. That's the problem why people don't have freedom. I look at money as freedom. If my boss is talking, you know what I'm saying, crazy, I could just leave. I've got like you know, you're supposed to have like a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. I've got a year emergency fund. That's for car repairs, potential car repairs, my mortgage payments for a year, like bills, everything. For a year, I'll be straight. I can just walk out and go anywhere I want. You got to be thinking like that. And now people in a situation like with COVID hit, they losing their jobs. They don't know what to do. They depending on Trump and people like that to try to, you know, give them some sort of a stimulus. But we should have already been putting ourselves in a mind state of learning when we had opportunities, you know what I mean, out here before all this shit happened. It's crazy. I don't understand, bro. I really don't understand, man. Maybe I'm getting like, maybe I'm reading too many financial books. Maybe I'm looking at the stock market too much. Maybe I'm not just trying to get to the club all the time. Maybe I ain't just on all these chicks like different Instagrams and doing all, like maybe I ain't just doing that. Maybe I'm too focused on my career. Maybe I'm too focused on the career, my hobby, you know, family, you know what I'm saying, my kids. Maybe I'm too focused on that. But it seems like people are not thinking. This TikTok, this YouTube, this distraction, You know what I mean? Like, it's got people so distracted that nobody's thinking. It's crazy, man. I don't think, and people know I'm like going to law school or whatever to be a lawyer. And, kind of want to like dabble into like try to, the criminal law, like death row cases and stuff like that. That's what I want to do. That's like what I want to do. People locked up, like who, deserve to be out, that don't have proper legal representation and stuff, that's about to get the needle or the electric chair. I kind of want to get involved in that. But I think people are locked up in the mind, bro. I think a lot of these people that's walking around free are locked up in their mind, bro. It's crazy. Like, I see so many free people that are locked up. It's crazy. Like, everybody's worried about if Cardi B getting back with Offset. Everybody worried about Jay-Z gonna drop an album. What Lil Wayne album sound like? These people are rich. Why are you not thinking about trying to get rich? I'm thinking about, this is my plan. I'm thinking about finishing school, paying my house off in 6 years, using my house as leverage to buy an apartment building. That's what I'm thinking about, because in 6 years, I won't have to pay a mortgage. Rent out this house for $2,400 a month. It'll probably be more than that in 6 years. I can get $2,400 a month now just renting it out. Leverage the house, buy an apartment complex that's got, like 8 to 10 units, live in one of the units. You know what I mean? Use all the other units to pay off the building. You know what I'm saying? Have all that money coming in, the income from the other place and the apartment building. I'm trying to think bigger, to change generational problems. It's crazy, bro. Like, people are so locked up. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to get up out of there. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. You know what I mean? And I got so mad. We was like messages, sending like different, I'm sending articles like, refinance article. Don't send me that. Don't send, like, what you don't want to know what you just did? What? You just reset your whole mortgage. You paid down like what, $70,000 on that house, and you just reset the whole mortgage and added to it just to save a couple $100. Not third, bro. You make $100,000 a year and you broke. How does that sound? You got a Spotify, like this. You got to think about people, like what they be doing with their money. You got a Netflix account, Hulu account, Spotify account, all these accounts, gym memberships. You know what I'm saying? You got a membership to a car wash. Membership. And you got a car note. And you make $100,000 a year. I know you're going to watch it. I don't care. Why do you got a car note? And your car worth like $28,000. That should have been paid off. I had a car note and paid my car off in a year and a half. Y'all wildin', bro. People are wild, locked up in the mind. Can't wait to get the next membership to flex. Why are you doing all these like remodels and you don't even need the remodels? You know what I'm saying? Take that money and dump it on the principal. Pay that house off, bro. And people be like, "Yo, PIPERBOY, you ain't got a new hat every time you put on a blog. You know how much money I done put down on this house? How much principal I done knocked off this house? $40,000 already. And I just got the house in December. Y'all don't see, but bro, y'all have no idea. My goal is to be debt free in 6 years. That's including a house. I'm not trying to be paying on a house for 15 years or 30 years. You got me messed up. Paying all that interest. Somebody runs game down to you, you trying to tell game, they don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to talk to nobody like that, bro. Period. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to get up out of here. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. I don't know who, you know what I mean? But that's my advice. I'm about to get up out of here. Come rate, subscribe, let me know. It's cool to have, but you also got to, realize this to be real. Some people are just how they are. You know what I mean? It don't matter how many, people you chill with or you cool with. Some people are just how they are. Some people are just closed up. Like my mind is probably closed with like a lot of different, things I don't probably even think about. You know what I mean? But I feel like the ego is the most dangerous thing to men. It's the most dangerous thing because you feel like when you make a financial decision, if it's a bad decision, you don't even want to know why the decision was bad or what you could have done better because it affects your ego. It's crazy. You got to read books, man. People got to read books, bro. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get what a mindset is, man. If you could save me 30 years of my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to you. We already trading games on stocks. You didn't even buy a full share of Tesla. You bought partial shares of Tesla. It's not even a full share. I got 48 shares of Tesla. You've got partial shares. I got 48 shares. That's just Tesla. And you don't want to listen? People are crazy. Oh, why? Yeah, well, why don't you just focus more, on your work and, you know what I mean? Why, you know what I mean? You all the hobbies might distract you. You know what I'm saying? You make good money at your regular job. You could just work more. I'm like, what? I'm making $9,100 a month on YouTube. Why would I stop doing YouTube? Are you high? Like, people don't think, bro. People are crazy. A lot of these people are locked up and crazy in their mind. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. If y'all want to get somewhere in life, stop talking or being cool with people that are not trying to get somewhere. Because you, like 50 Cent said, you talking to people for no reason. Why am I going to sit around and be cool and we all just chilling out, you know what I'm saying, for no reason? You ain't going nowhere. You only got so many years in your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You only got so many years in your life, bro. But I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all, comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace. And if you got a mortgage, do not refinance. You might want to rewind it. You might want to rewind this one. I'm out. Peace.